Dad sold his favourite Studebaker car and bought a second-hand war surplus Ford truck and became a sand and gravel contractor.
So with that truck, he was carting timber, he was doing sand and gravel, shoveling it on, of course, in those days, and he'd do the grain season out the Darling Downs. But then he progressed later on. He got a more modern truck, diesel engine, Austin with a Perkins in it, I believe. Always had just the one truck for a long time and mainly shoveling on, but then he came up with all sorts of innovations that were around with the Berryman scoop loaders and things contraptions with wire ropes they had on the back of the truck. Before that he was dragging gravel across the river with an old drag line made out of an old Blitz, Army Blitz. But the dredge was a big step forward because it washed the gravel at the same time.
Brian was born in Brisbane and I was born in Nambour at the end of 1947, and the business grew from there as a family company.
Dad and Mum got a boost ahead when I come into it, and then 10 years later Peter come in and he brought another lot of enthusiasm into it. And then when Cameron came in, it was another giant step because he was quite keen to grow the business and make it more professional.
We're a family business, of course. That's at the core of who we are and how we do things. So the business today, as it stands, I'm the managing director. Dad, Brian Hall's the director of the dredging side of the business. Peter's the director of the civil side of the business. And we've got a full management team in place. So we've got a chief operating officer who runs the operations, and each of the business units got managers that deliver their particular business unit.
The dredging services that the Hall Contracting offer today include capital and maintenance dredging for ports and harbours, and the beach replenishment, coastal development and protection. We do land reclamation, and we do canal estates, the full range of work involved in that, which is excavation of the canal down to the depth and the batters and the reclamation of the land. Flood mitigation dredging like we do in Fiji to stop the townships flooding. We remove sand and gravel out of the rivers for the improved flow of the river. And then we do tailings dredging on the mine sites for fines and tailings out from the leftovers from the mine.
The scope of our civil contracting services include bulk earthworks, civil infrastructure, gas and water pipelines, golf courses and sporting fields, canals, lakes and weirs, management of environmentally sensitive projects. We've done considerable work for the Brisbane Airport.
We typically own and operate our own equipment, and that provides us with a competitive advantage. We're able to fix problems quicker and more cost efficiently when we own our own equipment. So we were one of the first contractors in Australia actually to put GPS control on earth moving equipment. We've gone through that technology as it's gotten better and better. It's now embraced industry-wide, of course. We're at the forefront of that. And similarly with our dredges, we were a very early adopter of the technology of putting GPS control on our dredges, and it increases efficiency and gives certainty to the client that they're going to get the product that they've asked for to the tolerances that they require.
In early days we worked for the small developer, and then we started work in 1990 with Pelican Waters. If you drive into Pelican Waters, we've built every canal, everywhere, every revetment wall, every road, every sewer, every stormwater.
So we work for a range of clients across both divisions, ranging from private developers, publicly listed developers, government bodies like port authorities, airports and resource houses.
We've got a 180-foot barge which we got accommodation and full living quarters on it, but we've also got workboats, multicats. And the other line of equipment that we've specialised in is the booster stations. We've got 7 booster stations that are like skid-based Caterpillar engines with big pumps on them, and then we can pump tailings and sand and gravel long distances.
So our Pacific division started with the river flood mitigation dredging that we were doing in Fiji, and it's now expanded into other Pacific Island nations, including Tuvalu and now Vanuatu. And as climate change issues become more to the fore and storms become more severe and some of these islands get more badly affected, we're able to mobilise quickly for some of the aid agencies and to tackle some of these jobs, reconstruction of seawalls, replenishment of beaches. It's extremely important for us as a business to engage with the local community where we work, but it also allows us to transfer some of our skills to the local community, and that's important. That helps the local economy. It also keeps the local people happy because they have jobs, they feel like they've contributed to their own project, and so we make sure it's one of the first things we do is look for good local talent that we can bring on board and we can teach. There's a mindset within our business that we do what we say we will do, so we don't overpromise on anything. We always deliver on our promise, and that stems from the top right through all levels of the business. And I think that family type loyalty that our workers have, that feeling of belonging and the feeling of ownership within the business, that everybody's in to see it succeed, and they take great pride in what they do. I'm excited about what the future brings for us. I think the Australian economy's got a lot to offer still, and we're very bullish about where we're going and what the business will look like in 20 years, 50 years time. I don't know, but I think it's going to be an exciting one.